So now, after the Ahmedabad Air India Dreamliner crash, we need to ask new questions. Was this really the pilot's deliberate action or a mistake? Or could the plane's systems have failed? Let's discuss it. On June 12, 2025, an Air India Boeing 7878 Dreamliner crashed just 32 seconds after takeoff, killing 241 people on board and 19 on the ground. Only one passenger survived. The flight was headed to London Gatwick shortly after takeoff from Ahmedabad. Both of the aircraft's engine fuel switches moved from run to cut off, shutting off fuel to both engines almost instantly, which led to the crash. What are these switches? Where are they placed? These switches are responsible for regulating the fuel supply to both engines. These switches are placed under the thrust levers between the pilot seats in the cockpit. They are guarded by design and require deliberate physical action to operate. Experts say they cannot move on their own or by accident. According to the preliminary investigation report by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau (AAIB), both switches were manually turned off within 1 second. You know the final conversation between Captain Sumit Sabharwal and the first pilot Clive Kunder. Captain Sumit reportedly asked, "Why did you cut off the fuel?" And Clive replied, "I didn't." Although the switches were turned back to run, it was too late. The engines lost thrust and the plane began to descend rapidly. Captain Sumit Sabharwal, a senior pilot with over 8,600 hours on the Dreamliner, was in the cockpit but not flying the aircraft at the time. First Officer Clive Kunder was at the controls. Also, now the AAIB's report has raised concerns. It was published online without signatures and with independent experts on the panel. Pilot Group ALPA India, which represents over 800 airline and helicopter pilots in the country, has called the report biased and is now considering legal action to be included in the investigation. But if it's not the pilot's deliberate action, then what? Some experts believe that the possibility of a mechanical fault or electrical issue should not be ruled out. In the past, Boeing aircraft have experienced system-related crashes such as the MCAS failure in the 737 MAX incidents in Ethiopia and Indonesia. There is no cockpit video available in this crash, either something the US Safety Board has recommended for years but is still not implemented on most aircraft. Boeing's rival Airbus uses electronic systems to monitor all major functions including fuel controls, but Boeing still uses manual switches even in its modern planes like the 787. This raises an important question. Did the pilot turn off the fuel switches or could something have gone wrong in the system? Until the investigation includes all sides and more technical expertise, the truth will remain unclear. Let it be a fair and transparent probe.